Have you been waiting for discounts? There's tons of discounts on right now, and I'm going to walk you through to get the best price on a brand new Tesla Model Y right now. Scroll on down there to the description and click on the top link to get $1,000 US off. And don't worry, I'm also going to go into the Canadian values and discounts as well. It's $2,600 off Canadian. In the US, it's $1,000 off on the Model Y, $1,000 off the Model 3, $2,000 on the X, the S, and the Cybertruck. That is some significant discounts. You have to take delivery by December 31st, so don't sleep on this. So first I'll go through the Canadian and then I'll hop on back over to the US side of things. So hopping over to Canada, you can see it's very clearly marked out, $2,600 off the Model Y, the X, and the S. And we're going to click on the Model Y. See that the referral code has been applied, so make sure you see that, as well as you see this check mark here in the top of the screen. If you're looking at financing and you want 0% financing, the way to do that here in Canada is you're going to scroll on down and click on full self-driving. So that's the catch. You have to pay 11 grand for full self-driving. Basically offsets the payment about $100 more per month, but you're paying 0% interest over the term of the loan for 48 months. So if you want full self-driving, if you're going to get it anyways, that's a way to save about 5 or 6 grand on the purchase of full self-driving once you deduct what interest you would have paid. But if you're not financing, well, we're going to break down the costs here. And of course, you're going to add taxes on to the end of this purchase price. In Canada, you are going to apply for the IZEV discount of $5,000 at the federal level, making the purchase price $55,023, and then add your provincial sales tax there on top of that still. So if you are getting the long range rear wheel drive, as I said, the purchase price will come out to $55,000. The long range all wheel drive, it'll come out to $59,023. And again, you're adding taxes on top after, but this does include delivery and documentation fee and all of that. So there's no additional fees like that. It's just the extra sales tax on top. And then $64,000 for the Performance Model Y. So what are the differences? So of course the rear wheel drive has 525 kilometers of range as the longest range out of the 3 options. The long range all wheel drive has 501 kilometers of range, but it's 0 to 100 is faster at 5 seconds, as well as the top speed is 217 kilometers an hour. But the rear wheel drive has the same top speed. It is slower at 6.9 seconds, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour. If you want the absolute fastest beast of a car, you're going to go for the Model Y Performance and get 0 to 100 in 3.7 seconds with a top speed of 250 kilometers an hour and 446 kilometers of range. So it'll all come down to what is best for you and what you think is best. If you're concerned about winter and rear wheel drive versus all wheel drive, I've got videos here on the channel about that to help you make your decision. You can check those out after this video because I have some additional ways to get some additional money off still that I'm going to show you here. So just for perspective's sakes, let's just put the rear wheel drive Model Y here. Of course, Stealth Gray is free, and then you've got to pay extra for white, deep blue metallic, solid black, ultra red, and quicksilver, with the prices that you saw there on the screen. And then as you go down, the 19-inch Gemini dark wheels are my absolute favorite. Reason being, you can swap out the hubcap covers. I have covers from Yeslac on the car right now, and I have some from Tesloyd as well. I rock both of those depending on the season and what style I want the car to look like, and those are affordable options, around $200 to $300 depending on, and if you're getting a sale and using the discount code down below in the description to get money off as well. If you're going to go with the 20-inch induction wheels, it's $2,600 for those. You do lose range as well, so that's a downside, and you can't put a hubcap cover on it to help improve the range like you can on the 19-inch rims. And as well, you're going to have to factor in the cost of wheels. It's going to be more expensive on a 20-inch rim. If you're not overly concerned on the money or the range and you just like the look of the 20-inch rims, it's an awesome rim. Don't get me wrong, I do love it, but you can get that same look on the 19-inch rim for a fraction of the price by getting wheel covers from Tesloyd or Yeslac. Use the link down below. Tow hitch, if you need a tow, get the tow hitch. Interior, personally I like the black interior best, but black and white interior is also very, very nice. I just am concerned about my blue jeans sinking into that vegan leather, so I just prefer just the black seats, easier to keep clean. Although be warned, sunscreen does stain and show up on it. You can get it out, but it can be a bit of a pain, so if you get sunscreen on it, wipe it off as quick as possible. Don't let it sit. Now, of course, that's not a major deal, but just thought I'd point that out. As for full self-driving, if you've seen some of my full self-driving videos on the channel, you probably know I'm a fan of it at times and not a fan of it at other times. I think for longer road trips, it's great. For me, for everyday use, I personally prefer driving the car myself, although I gotta say it's been handy a lot of the time. If you want the 0% financing and you're dead set on getting full self-driving, that's the way that you're gonna do it to save the most money, so you can go for that option if you want. If you want to see some of the full self-driving videos I've done on the channel, check them out. You also can always subscribe for $100 a month for full self-driving on an as-needed basis, no contract. There's that option as well. As far as charging, of course, there's a mobile charger and the home charger that you can buy. I have the home charger. I just like it for ease of use. It's there, it's hooked up, but it is more expensive to get set up. I bought the home charger and then it was about $1,200 or so to run the wiring and do a 60 amp breaker and all of that in my situation. You could buy the wall charger and get it all hooked up to your panel, or you may want to opt for the mobile charger. You may still need to run some wires, but the mobile charger is quite a bit cheaper. And a lot of the times you can find mobile chargers on Facebook Marketplace for cheaper than buying it brand new from Tesla. And usually they are brand new. So there is that option. Take a look around and see what fits your budget best. Now, next on Tesla's list of options, you have center console trays. Recommend Tesloid or Jawa for those. Links in description. Sunshade, Jawa makes an awesome one. That's what I use in my vehicle in the summertime. Link in description again. All weather interior mats. Tesloid, love them. Those mats have been awesome, served me well for many years. I had them in the Model 3 as well, and all other accessories. Check out the links in the description below to get discounts on many different companies. One thing that's not listed here, and probably because Tesla says, well, we already have mobile phone chargers for you. Their mobile phone chargers aren't the best, especially with an iPhone. It has a camera bump. Best to go with a magback charger that you can mount there on your screen, and it's visible there in your peripheral vision at all times as well. Then you have Face ID. It works perfect. Low note there. Subscribe. This video, of course, is not sponsored by Magback, but wanted to shout them out there. Link in description below because I love their product. Been using it a very long time. But what if you live in the States? What's the purchase price? $1,000 off you get. It's 337 miles of range on the long range rear wheel drive with the $7,500 tax credit if you can get it. It's $37,490 for a long-range rear-wheel drive, plus $1,000 off with the referral, $7,500 federal tax credit if you qualify. Now, eligibility on that is you have to have $300,000 or less for married couples filing jointly, or $225,000 for heads of households, or $150,000 income or less for all other filers. Now, price caps on this are here on the screen, so you can see that. So you're going to be wanting to keep your options below that range if you want to qualify for $7,500 off. But the long range rear wheel drive, $37,490 plus, of course, your federal tax credit and your $1,000 off ends up being $36,490. Now, of course, you do have to put in your zip code and see what the actual price will be for you in your circumstance. Long range all-wheel drive, $39,490. Performance all-wheel drive, $42,990. Crazy price difference when you compare straight from what it costs in Canada with what it costs in the US. But of course, there's the federal rebate. Our dollar is not good at all. But let's continue into the options. We'll talk about it in Canadian dollars, but you'll get the idea. Okay, so these prices, these discounts are not enough for you. What are you going to do about it? So you're going to click on Tesla over here, then you're going to go to vehicles, scroll on over to inventory, click on inventory. You still get a referral discount, and you can kind of go through here, change it price low to high, and you can see what there is. So this one here is a Model Y rear-wheel drive 2024 demo vehicle, 55,000. This will be the LFP battery, because you can see it does not say long range like this one does. Now this one here is in inventory, so it's ready to go. You can pick it up probably tomorrow, sometimes even today. Tesla is hot to trot on getting these out the door as quick as possible before December 31st. Remember, referral discounts likely will be stopping December 31st. Well, January 1st. Hopefully not, but in the past, that's kind of how things have gone, as well as the 0% financing incentive may be gone. But likely, possibly, they will be moving into the Model Y Juniper sometime in 2025, so they'll be moving out units again at that time. But we should have some heads up on that. If you're in the market for a car, these are some great discounts right now. So I would just go ahead and jump on that. So you can scroll through here and you can see this one here has a discount as well. If we click on view details. Now, when you're on the site, you may not see all of these vehicles because they may have been sold, but this is where they're at right now. And as well, you're going to have your own zip code, postal code in there, so it's going to show different models. Remember, right now we're looking at Canadian pricing. So this one is a new vehicle, 525 kilometers of range. Upgrades on it are the pearl white paint, and everything else is left stock. We click on here, add the IZ EV discount. You're at 55,403. So it's a little bit of a discount there on the paint upgrade. So that's a good option if you wanted a white paint. There's a discount already on this inventory model. So use the Tesla referral link down below in the description when you're going to order your new Tesla. Let me know in the comments below what you end up ordering. There's been a few of you that have ordered cars recently here. Some of you have taken delivery. Let me know what spec you ended up going with. I'd love to know. It's always interesting to find out. And remember, if you're in the States, you can also buy a Cybertruck, Model S, Model X, Model 3, and Model Y using the referral discount. And here in Canada, the Model Y, Model S, Model X all qualify for the discount. So check the link down in description, and all my accessories again are linked down below. If you found this video helpful or you have more additional questions, check out some of these videos here on the screen. They may be of use to you and helpful to you, as well as just browse all the videos on the channel. I'm sure there's something that'll help you at your stage of the journey. If you have any questions or video idea comments that you want me to make, please leave a comment down below. That would be awesome. Thank you so much for watching.